Hi everybody, this is Cindy again from Ideas Times 2, and I just have a little share today. My sister Betsy and I, who do this blog and YouTube channel and our Etsy shop together, decided to have a swap with each other. And I've never done a swap before, and part of me really wants to, and part of me is like really nervous about it. And we have been so busy making things for the shop that neither of us have had time to make journals for ourselves. And I need a place to write stuff down. I've been getting so many ideas and working on so many different projects that I need something that's more than just my composition notebook. And so we decided to make each other commonplace books. And so I need to get this in the mail tomorrow, and so I wanted to make a video to share what I made. And she'll probably make a video when she gets hers, when she opens up her Happy Mail, and she'll be doing the same when she makes her journal, and her journal for me. So this is what I made, and you can see her name is on the front. And the book cover was a biography that was published in 1906, and I found at a garage sale and just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the cover and wanted to use the cover, and then when I got the book home and took the time to look through the book, just absolutely stunning pictures, and ones that I hope to be turning into some digital kits eventually. But I just loved the cover and wanted to do something with this, and I thought making a journal for my sister would be the best use of it. So the cover, like I said, 1906, it's cloth, and the cover was completely falling apart at the side, and so I just took the I barely had to take a blade to gut it, but I just took the front cover and the back cover and used those to make my cover. So the spine, you can see, is kind of this false spine like Nick the Booksmith did on her commonplace book, and I liked it so much that I stole it, and I used gold because there are touches of gold in the cover. And the method for binding that I used, I saw on a video from Emily Plowfield, I believe, Ephemera, and I gave it a try and liked it a lot, so I would suggest that. I also made a tassel here that I just attached with a bulldog clip, and I added a headband, and I forgot to put the headband on the bottom, or the footband, I guess that would be called, but I forgot to put it on the bottom, and it was too late. This kind of spine does not lend itself well to making errors. There's no way to go back and fix one little thing. You have to take the whole thing apart. My closure is just sari silk that I dyed in greens and blues to match the cover, and I put the Tim Holtz metal corners on here, and the nameplate is off center because this is where the title of the book was, and so I wanted to cover that up. So that's my cover, and because it's a commonplace book, the inside has a lot of blank pages, but I also did a few fun things that I thought would be fun to share. So on the inside cover, I put a ruler just so she'd have some tools if she was crafting or she was out and about and needed something. So I put just a 6-inch metal ruler here and made a little pencil pouch, or scissor pouch, and the scissors are just attached with a pin so they don't fall, so it doesn't fall out. But you have to check out these scissors. I bought a couple of pairs of scissors, and to put in here, and the other one is a little more ornate, but I just fell in love with these. And you can see that it looks like a guitar, and Betsy plays the guitar, so I thought that would be fun. And this just is attached with Velcro, so if the book gets too full or too heavy, she can just take that right out. And so those scissors just go right in there, and I put a little charm on there, a sewing machine. And I know our videos, you only get to see the paper that Betsy has sewn, but Betsy is an amazing seamstress. She's the kind who does wedding dresses and sequins and heirloom quality quilts and things like that. I'm kind of a wannabe, but she's brilliant. Down here on the bottom, I put a little pocket for some business cards, and so I put printed some of hers off to put in there, and one of mine, and so they are just a place here in the front, so she has them where she needs them. The book has 5 signatures, as you could tell from looking at the side, and the first signature I put one of Wendy's signature, the bifold signature covers, and so on this side I have a little pocket, and like I said, this is a commonplace book, so there really is not a lot of ephemera, and most of the ephemera I put in here is very simple, not very time consuming, or in this case taking any time. That way she can take it out and replace it with what she needs. And so I just have some tea-stained index cards in here, and she can use them or not. She can replace it with her own stuff. And in this little tuck spot I have a little notebook that I made from Project Life cards, and slip that in there. She can take that out and put it in her purse or whatever. And then this opens up here, and I have a 2019 calendar in here, and I just attached it with tape so it can be easily taken out, and a little notepad here, and on this side here's an envelope that I collaged with the 2020 calendar that she can pull the months off. And then the signatures themselves are mostly blank, but I did use some of Tracy Fox's stationery sets because the images are generally light enough that you can write over the top of them, or have places line pages for writing. So I did use some of those, along with some coffee stained, and I coffee stained or tea stained pretty much everything. Here's some lined and graph paper on one side, and it's blank on the other. I also put some little envelopes in here, coffee stained, and this one has just the little collage corner right there. That was a Mrs. Cog idea. I totally swiped that from her. Another Tracy image. And here's some sari silk with a little dangly sari silk charm on there. And some book pages. And this is a page from this actual book. This is a British artist named Burkitt Foster. And I was not familiar with his work, but he does a lot of pastoral paintings, and so I put this in here, and this is the original cover to the plate. And I have another plate in here, obviously on the other side of this one, and I attached it with washi tape that is paintings, stamps of paintings here. On this page is one of Tracy's envelopes, and the image is upside down. I accidentally glued it the wrong direction. But I left it in here anyway because she can take it out if she wants to. And it's coffee stained, and on the inside I mounted it on a paper bag, a lightweight paper bag, and which I did on our Tracy Fox guest design team. And Betsy said she really liked it, so I included some of those for her. Some lined paper, some marble paper. That I made this one. Betsy and I get together every year, and last summer we get together multiple times during the year, but she came out here to Virginia for a staycation last year, and one of our projects was learning how to marble using the Suminagashi Japanese ink and water method, and that's what this is. Another Tracy image and blank pages. This is the center of the first signature, and lots of room for journaling, for writing ideas, for journaling, and it's a commonplace book. That's what it's for. And see, here's the Burkett Foster painting called Shelling Peas. It's unfinished, and I absolutely love this. I should have scanned it before I put it in the book, because I think I might want to use that again later. I love that painting. Well, here's the other side to that little envelope with another little collaged index card, and this is Edith Holden, from an Edith Holden page. And here's the end of the first signature, the end with the multi-fold signature cover from Wendy. This one has 2 pockets, and I just put some little cards in here with images from Tracy Fox stationery set. So in some ways this journal is not just an homage to my sister, but to all of the women that I find so inspiring on YouTube. So the second signature is very similar to the first. This one has some music, and this was published in 1916, and is a Stephen Foster song, and you can see it has the writing on it from the original owner. Here's some Tracy Fox lined paper from one of her stationery sets, and another one of her pockets. Here's a flip, and this is the end paper from a library book, and my school has a brand new library, a multi-bajillion-dollar library, award-winning, fantastic, beautiful, beautiful library. And when they were instead of packing up all the old books, they gave them all away. And so, being a junk journaler and a lover of books, I took, I don't even know how many books, but it was seldom that I was able to get everything intact from the original library pockets, but this one I did, and I just made this one a flip and tucked a little library card with a collage on there. Here's some more of that graph and slash lined paper, and some more tea and coffee. This was peach tea stained, a very, very, very light color, but definitely not white. It turned out really pretty. Here's the center of this signature, and it's just a little tuck spot here, and the cards, no big deal, and can be discarded if she needs or wants to use it for somewhere else. And originally, when I started the book, I was going to do everything in blues and greens to match the cover, but decided to use like this. This is Tim Holtz cigar box paper, and Betsy makes the most beautiful altered cigar boxes, and I think she has one right now in the store for sale. But they're just beautiful, and so this is another little homage to Betsy. And then you know, the vintage rulers and things. Betsy homeschooled her kids and is a seamstress, and so I thought the rulers were appropriate for that as well. Tried to keep it as personalized as possible, but still leave it pretty much blank so she can do with it what she wants to. Here's some more sari silk. And the other side of that music sheet. And the third signature, another Tracy Fox stationery set. This one with birds. A couple little things just tucked in here she can take out if she wants. And another little paper bag with a little card in it. And I just thought this was gorgeous. This is Tim Holtz vellum. And here's some Edith Holden. This is actually from a book on crochet and knitting patterns, and all of the patterns are inspired by Edith Holden. And so these are the directions for a sweater, and it has some swallows on it. And Betsy knits and crochets. She's pretty she's not just crafty, she's an artist, a true artisan, and she knits and crochets. And I don't know, I can barely handle one needle, let alone trying to use two, so I'll leave that to her. But I included this because she knits. And then this is kind of a bird signature. None of the signatures are actually themed, but I put a lot of the bird ones together in this one. Another little corner tuck, and this is from one of Tracy Fox's stationery sets. Some more marble paper, and lined, very messily coffee stained Tracy Fox, and the center of the signature. I also included a bookmark that, you know, a permanent bookmark. And some more sari silk with a little hanging tassel, charm-y kind of thing. Need to come up with a name for those. I kind of came up with that idea with our Tracy Fox guest design team project, and we used those in our project, and so I used them again for this one. And here's the other side, that Edith Holden. Another little Edith Holden little paper bag here, and kind of the flower signature, I guess. Some more of the Tim Holtz vellum, and another corner tuck. And this bag has a little card in it. These are all Project Life cards that I recovered. And more Edith Holden. And some more botanicals. And Tracy Fox. More coffee stained paper. This is a bookmark that I made using the spine of the book, which was, when I bought the book, was completely ripped on one side, and as soon as I started to work with it, it completely ripped on the other side. So I made a bookmark out of it, and I sewed, and this is fabric, and so I sewed it onto Craft Tex, and it's nice and sturdy, and just put a little tassel up on the top, and I thought that turned out really cute, so I included that. Some more lined paper, an eco print that I made last summer. Well, actually in the fall. There were hardly any flowering plants outside at all. Here's the center of this signature, and it's this little, it's a Tracy Fox stationery paper, and I just folded up the bottom to make these little pockets. And she can, my sister can take the stuff out if she wants to and replace it with what she needs. There's the other side of the Eco Print. And lots of blank paper for her to fill in with her journaling. There's the other side of the botanical. And the other side of the paper bag with more Edith Holden. And Sari Silk. There's some more Tim Holtz. And then the last signature is not much different. There's a little bag with the altered Project Life card. Another Eco Print. Some more Tracy paper. Some more Sari Silk. This one with another dangle. And this one has a ruler on it, kind of to keep up with my theme of things that remind me of Betsy. Here's an Edith Holden. And the center of the signature. And the other side of the Edith Holden. And Tracy Fox. There's the other side of the Eco Print. And in this little bag, I embellished that and made a little notebook using discards from a hanging file folder project that I did. And on the inside, it's just little junk journaled papers in here. And it fits right in there, and didn't cost me any money, took me very little time, so if she wants to put something else in here, it's what it's for. This is for her to do with what she wants. And that's the end of the signature. And then here in the back, I have an envelope, a big envelope in here. It started out as a 6x9, which was just a little too big, and so I cut it down, covered it with some coordinating paper, and collaged it. And it's hinged, so she can move it, and I thought this would be a good place to store receipts or whatever, or she can easily take it out without damaging the end papers just by cutting it right here. And so there's the book plate, and I attached a little pen, and everything fits perfectly back together. And ties with the Sari Silk, and that is my little project, my commonplace book for our sister swap. And I'm going to get it in tomorrow's mail, and it's just about killing me. I want to see her reaction, but of course she lives 600 miles away. So I hope she films it so that I can watch. And I'm getting together a few other things for a happy mail box. And so there she is. Well, I can't believe I just said she. It's a book. It's an inanimate object. So that's my my journal for Betsy. And you know, mostly plain, but I did try to add a little bit of my personality as well. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.